Good morning, church. It's good to be with you again. Midweek services.
No. Guys, get out of here. Scat.
Yeah, it's our turn.
What?
It's our turn.
Get.
What?
Scoot.
I have to say, I'm not responsible now for what comes here.
You guys did such a horrible job last week.
Not sure how I feel about this.
I don't feel good about this
Yeah.
at all.
You have been told. And if you notice, Carrie and I both have white pants on because we are not afraid to wear white pants.
No, that's for sure.
Yeah, okay. Off with you both. Yeah, out. Okay, we're good. Well, hi, church family. This is Susie and Carrie taking over, actually, from Ron and Wayne. Last week, I know this is supposed to be a midweek encouragement, and last week, I just wasn't that encouraged. Were you?
I was embarrassed.
Yeah, I was embarrassed too. Ron basically told the whole church that I have corona butt. So I was encouraged to go on a diet and stop eating so much. So I guess if that's encouragement, I got that encouragement. But we thought we were just going to take over. And with apologies to John Krasinski, we're going to do our very own SGN. I don't know if any of you have seen his videos. They're awesome, talking about good news that's happened. But Carrie and I are going to take it up a notch. We're going to change it to some great news. And I want to do a big shout out, first of all, to Hannah Alsetter for doing our great SGN sign. It's way better than what I would have done, so I like it. Thank you, Hannah. But we're going to start off with some really good news. And I think Ron might have said this on Sunday, but I just wanted to let the whole church know that on Thursday, April 30th, our very own Shane Miller got engaged to Jocelyn Shupp. And we are so excited for you guys.
Yes. Congratulations.
Oh, I know. Jocelyn is the sweetest girl in the world. Love her to death. Got to have lunch with her a couple months ago before the corona hit. Just love her to death. We're super excited for you guys. And Shane, you know we love you. And we just think the world of both of you. So congratulations. That's my first great news of the day.
I want to say thank you to all the teachers. It's Teacher Appreciation Week. The teachers, the principals, superintendents, secretaries, all the staff. What you guys are doing is amazing. You've completely changed the way that you have educated to go online, and I just thank you for that. I know it's hard. It's hard on our end too as parents, but I just want to thank you for all the work that you are doing. So we appreciate you, we celebrate you, and we look forward to seeing you again soon.
Yes, and I'm so thankful that I don't have any kids in school. So that's my great news, is I don't have to teach anybody at home anymore. The second thing that I'd like to share with everybody is this past Sunday, what a phenomenal thing that we were able to do when over 100 cars showed up at the ProMedica parking lot and just drove past the window that Jim was sitting in and honked and waved and made signs. I think we had a cowbell. Yeah, here's the signs that Carrie's car made just to encourage him. I think Ron actually did a dance outside in his shorts that made Jim laugh. So just such an encouragement. And actually, right before we started this, I got a text from Becky just saying how encouraged Jim and she were, and just that he's fighting, and his spirits just took it up a notch. And all because people took 10 to 15 minutes out of their day to show him that they love him and care for him. So to me, you just don't get better news than that.
Yes, it was such an awesome part to be there, to just drive by. I was in tears, just feeling the love, and we love you, Mossany family. We love you, church family, and all the support that you have shown him. Thank you.
No, definitely do.
I want to, thinking about the teachers, I know Defiance City Schools are doing a teacher parade where they're doing a special route around town where you can stand out on your driveway or the sidewalks and just kind of wave at the teachers as they drive by. So that's another way that you can show appreciation to your teachers. So that should be pretty neat.
Cool. I didn't know about that. One other bit of good news here in locally Defiance. I don't know if any of you have seen on Facebook, there is a Facebook group called Support Defiance. I think Alicia Schweitzer is the one that started it. And basically, she has pulled a list of all the people that have small businesses, and their businesses cannot be open right now. And once you join the group, she does a drawing, and anybody that week can either Venmo that person $1, as small as $1, up to how much ever. And for those of us that are still working, what a way to be able to bless and support our community. And if you don't feel comfortable technologically using Venmo, they've actually set up drop boxes at both Cabin Fevers. You can just put money or a check in an envelope, write it to whatever business you want it to go to, and put it in those drop boxes that are locked, and she will get those. It's just so neat to see our community coming together to support each other. And I know the one from last week, I think, was the girl from Bellbird Photography, and just the outpouring the thanks that she said for how it supported her, because she can't do any of her business, and that's her sole means of living. So I think it's really neat to see our community coming together like that.
Definitely. And I want to give a shout out to Marky Janowicki. You asked me on Sunday at the parade how my Jesus plant was doing. So I wanted to give you a little bit of an update. This is one of the 3, and look how tall it is. And I just love it because you can see those roots. I hope this is a good light for you, but you can see how deep those roots are growing, and it's just so awesome. So shout out to you, Marky, and thanks for asking about it.
No, and I'd like to give a personal shout out to both Carrie and Kristen for the videos they put on for every Sunday. I would be terrorized to have to do either of those, and I think you guys have done a fabulous job, and I think the content you've given has been great for adults as well. I've noticed a lot of people posting that, so way to go. Way to go. Now those all we consider great news, but now we're going to get to the real great news. Those were just great news. This is like great news. And we want to just encourage you. When I thought about great news, I think of Psalms, and Psalm 46 is just one of the greatest chapters in our Bible ever, and it just is so encouraging. So I had picked this verse out to share with you. And then this morning in my Jesus Always book by Sarah Young, which I love and highly recommend, it actually had something about this verse in it. So I'd like to share that with y'all real quick. And this is not my original stuff, so I'm just going to read it to you. It says, "This is what I say. I who made you, who formed you in the womb, and who will help you. Do not be afraid. I have always been involved in your life, even before you were born. Because you are mine, purchased with my own blood, you can count on my promise to help you as you journey through this world. This is how you gain victory over fear, through trusting in my ever-present help. The problem arises when you gaze too long into the future, trying to visualize and take control of those not yet events. A future focus can easily deteriorate into a problem focus. Weeds of worry and fear spring up quickly in this sort of soil. When you realize this has happened, turn away from your worries and back to the one who is lovingly present with you. Rejoice that I will still be with you when you arrive at each coming stage of your journey. Lean hard on my presence, trusting me to help you today and all the days of your life." And then the verse is Psalm 46:1, which says, "God is our strength and refuge, always ready to help in times of trouble. So we will not fear when earthquakes come and the mountains crumble into the sea. Let the oceans roar and foam. Let the mountains tremble as the waters surge." And then later, it says all these things happening. It says, "Come and see the glorious works of the Lord. See how he brings destruction upon the world. He causes wars to end throughout the earth. He breaks the bow and snaps the spear. He burns the shields with fire." And here's where it all just comes together. "Be still and know that I am God. I will be honored by every nation. I will be honored throughout the world." And that's great news. God's got it, and he is who he says he is. So even though a lot of this was just sort of joking, this is great news. Scripture is great news. While you have this time, dig in and see what God has to say to you. And I know God's been working in your life during this time too. So share what God's been doing in your life as well.
Well, that verse reminded me of when Jesus says in John 16:33, "Here on earth you will have many trials and sorrows, but take heart, because I have overcome the world." So that's his promise to us, is Jesus has already overcome it all, and nothing is a surprise to him. He has overcome, and that's just such a wonderful thing to rest in.
No, it is. And Carrie and I, we miss you. We love you. It was so great for me to just even see Carrie. I'm like, oh, look, a human being in person. I get to see Carrie. We love you all. We miss you all. It was so fun Sunday just seeing people even sitting in their cars. I'm like, oh, I haven't seen their faces in a while. But as we close out this edition of SGN with Susie and Carrie, we'd like to just encourage the normal people that are here every Wednesday. they need to step it up a little bit and try to be a little more encouraging.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Yeah, and stop picking on us.
Yeah, stop picking on us because we do have more. And we were actually really nice today, I think.
Yes.
So unless you want us to dig a really deep grave, you need to work on your stuff. Have a great week.
Right. Bye.